There was a pretty big update for Marvel Puzzle Quest this week, and it adds a lot of improvements that I was actually kind of hoping for, and I kind of want to talk about those today. Hey everybody, welcome back to MPQ Mastery, where we teach you to destroy more gems. This is our only video for this week, so we have actually been catching up on some stuff lately. Hopefully that wasn't too big of an issue, but we'll be getting to more regular content going into next week. But this week, they released R184, which is the newest update release, and they release these with, new characters and whatnot a lot of the time, but this time it was a structural change. It changed the entire engine that the game runs on, and I kind of wanted to talk about some of the changes that they listed and some of the changes they didn't list. So the big thing is, it's a brand new engine, so now everything is going to run faster and cleaner. So from their list, they have smoother animations and scrolling, on-demand textures, and sound downloading. And I have noticed that every time you go into using a different character than you normally use, they're fuzzy for a little bit, and then it basically downloads all of their assets in that moment, which is cool with me. So as soon as you do use that character a couple of times, then it's done doing that. So there's higher resolution art in the game as well. And I actually went onto the forums and I noticed that they said it wasn't necessarily that the art is now high res, it's that now it can appear high res because the old engine used to process it differently, so it never looked high res, but now it does. They also list sharper rendering on all platforms, optimized startup. Android now supports immersive mode, which I use it on iOS, so I don't see that stuff. And that Android and iOS will now support sensor portrait mode, which I have no clue what that is, actually. And the PC client is now 64-bit executable, so higher resolution on all platforms. What that means is their definition of smoother animations and scrolling, to me, it's just much faster. Everything is just much faster. So the animations, when you use your powers, those are much faster. Scrolling through everything is much faster. Selecting things is faster. Opening covers is faster. Everything is faster. Even if just by a little bit, you can tell that everything is faster. And having everything be faster, along with higher resolution graphics, kind of creates more of an animated feel for the game itself. And it's really kind of weird to kind of say it that way because it's all just jewels running around on the board. But when I am playing the game, it feels more animated. There's more sparkles and more whatever in it. It just feels cleaner. One thing nobody is talking about, which is so cool because I just talked about it in my Alliance video I did last week, is that they updated the Alliance chat window, and now it has predictive text and you can use all your keyboard stuff, and we're going to be probably able to use the Alliance interaction much more effectively now because they made these really important updates to the chat section of the Alliance. Oh my gosh, like that really for me was such a sticking point, and it's so interesting that I just said, hey, they need to update that, and then they did, and I'm like, maybe it was because of me, probably wasn't, but I like to think that it was. One thing I noticed, however, was that because there's faster animations, sometimes the animations are almost too fast. For instance, when you're using one-star Spider-Man and he's got his ability where he swings across the board, before it was already fast, but now at like double the speed, it's just like, and he's gone, and it's like, why even have the animation for him at that point because it's already so fast? There's a couple of things that probably will end up getting tweaked here and there. I saw that there was also an issue with some people's command points not being listed correctly. You haven't lost any of those points. Just so you know. It's more just how it's listed, and sometimes the last digit is getting dropped off, so they're just adjusting this stuff, and it's going to take them a little bit to adjust. But I have to say, overall, I really enjoy the new update. I think it makes the game feel cleaner and runs way better. But also, a big thing about this, brand new engine, everything's running faster. I feel like this might be setting us up for something bigger down the line. Because this change didn't actually add any huge new features or anything, it really just made everything that we have already work way better. That tells me that they're gearing up for something big, especially since the anniversary of the game is coming up. So, I'm excited to see what's coming, but I want to know what you guys think of this new update. Let me know down in the comments. I want to continue the discussion. R148, I don't know, for me, I really dig it. I downloaded it immediately. I just fell in love with all of the improvements in the game, and I know that it's leading up to something bigger. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you always know when we release a new video. And thank you for coming to MPQ Mastery. Go destroy some gems.